be back by 4. I missed you so bad. 7 hours and 3 minutes to go. So she makes this friend called Eddie, who is a girl. She's very keen, a bit controlling, doesn't really give Lakin any space or choice in the matter, but here we are. Like, she just takes Lakin's phone out of her hand and calls herself on it, and then tells Lakin that she has to switch lunch times so they can be together. It's
May you
I don't
always
know.
see
Some
the
people
way
might see
ahead.
this as being friendly. I find it a little terrifying. So, Lakin is on her way to an English class, a poetry class.
You're
And
always welcome
she kind of gets
among
lost
the
on the way,
unripe.
and she then sees Will, and I was like, oh my god, he works at the school, like a caretaker or something. That's what he's doing to support him and his brother. He's 21, he's the caretaker. I was like, she'd know this if she bothered to ever like ask him anything about herself, but she just jumps to conclusions immediately, and she thinks he must be there because he's cheating on her with another child. He's horrified to see me. He turns away from me and clasps his hands behind his head. I don't understand his reaction. I stand there waiting for some sort of explanation when it dawns on me. He's here to see his girlfriend. The girlfriend that he failed to mention. I snatch my backpack up immediately and start to walk away when his arm reaches out and pulls me to a stop. Where are you going? He demands. I roll my eyes and let out a short sigh. I get it, Will. I get it. I'll leave you alone before your girlfriend sees us. I'm trying to hold back tears at this point, so I step out of his grasp and turn away. She's acting like a child, but that's because she is a child. In school. And this is why adults shouldn't date children. So at this point I was like, okay, well, either he's a janitor, or he is sleeping around with some other child. It turns out, this 21-year-old man person is apparently a teacher. He's like doing he's kind of student teaching, but for some reason that means they've given him a whole class anyway, and then he's like working up to a full-time, well, no, just a full-time, I don't know. It's stupid logic. It doesn't make sense. Basically, Colin Wu had just needed him to be a teacher, and for it to not be two people, because there's only 3 years between them. But, you know all that stuff I was saying earlier about, like, them being at similar stages in life, so it kind of made those 3 years seem not so bad? Yeah, no. They're at completely different stages in life. She is still a child in school, and he is her teacher. Nothing would make this appropriate. With each step he takes, I catch a glimpse of his faculty badge as it sways back and forth from his neck. He flattens his palm against the lockers, repeatedly tapping his forehead against the metal. How did I not see this, he says, as he drops his hands and turns towards me. You're still in high school? Yeah, well, you might have known this if you bothered to, like, ask her anything about herself, or if she bothered to answer. I don't understand how you can be in his position and be like, hey, I am a grown man who is in charge of looking after children, and then you meet a stranger who looks very young, and you're like, oh, I'm not going to bother asking her age or anything about her before I start kissing her. It's irresponsible. I will be honest, this is not a twist I saw coming. I thought he was going to be the janitor, not her teacher, so it definitely shocked me, but in a way that I hate it when a student in your care. This is a bit of a touchy subject for me, personally, and I just have no patience for it. None. So they head into the classroom. Will doesn't tell his bosses because he's an idiot, and they go into the classroom, and this other student, whose name is Javier, I think, makes a comment about Lakin being hot, and Will loses it with him out of jealousy and throws him out of the classroom. Obviously, Lakin is mortified. I don't turn around, but I can feel musty eyes impacting on me, waiting for some sort of reaction. It's not so easy to blend in. Now, yeah, you don't think, like, your teachers just have a jealous fit at another student over you. Obviously, an inappropriate relationship like this is gonna make other students look at you differently and treat you differently. This is just reason, I don't know, 7,000 why these relationships are a bad idea. Lakin takes a test in the class just to avoid having to deal with the obvious. The fact that the boy I was falling in love with is now my teacher. Yeah, and let's not call this grown man in a position of authority over you a boy. Yeah? Also, stop it. You knew him 3 days. You're not falling in love. Layton decides that the mature way to deal with this situation is to avoid it by hiding on school toilets and crying all afternoon. So, very mature. Very definitely someone who should be dating an English teacher. I replay everything over in my head. How did I spend so much time with him and not know he was a teacher? How can something as big as an occupation have to conversation? Or better yet, how did I do so much talking and fail to mention the fact I was in high school?
But not too soon.
I know this, I can tell you how. I can tell you how.
Welcome among the
Could you straight up refuse